Now, Annabelle, clearly they're not happy little campers on the government side either, because well, somebody leaked that Kevin Rudd, according to the leaker, had thrown a bit of a hissy fit in the cabinet room when his health plan was overturned. We'll hear first of all from Kevin Rudd on ABC News 24.
I think it's pretty sad when some folk go out there and tell basic untruths. The truth of it is this. When we discussed these matters in Cabinet most recently, I left the Cabinet room, I think from memory, at about 7:25 in the evening to catch a 7:55 flight, the last one, from Canberra to Sydney, because I had to be here for a speaking engagement the next morning. That's the fact.
So the folk he's talking about, of course, are cabinet ministers.
Well, really
he's accusing his own cabinet ministers of being liars.
But, okay, can I just, the newsflash here is, for me, man gets from Parliament House to Canberra Airport and gets on a plane in half an hour. I mean, extraordinary. I mean, obviously his past robust treatment of airline officials has ensured some pretty snappy service. But look, this is the thing. Man departs cabinet meeting briskly, having closed his folder and expressed some views about the topic under discussion. No big surprises there. I mean, he invented the current package. Hardly surprising that he'd have a few twinges on noticing it being dismantled in front of his very eyes. He did make an argument during this meeting that it was important for the Commonwealth to maintain its majority funding role of the health system. That's the line that he ran on in the 2007 campaign.
Can you go from 50% to 51 just to preserve the integrity of what I've been doing? But Andrew's point is the key one. You now have a situation where cabinet ministers are leaking against another cabinet minister.
But this is the thing, the hatred of Kevin Rudd and the lack of trust in him, and I think it's warranted, the lack of trust in him from his own colleagues, to the point where some do mischievously brief against him, and he in turn calls them liars. There's a deep dysfunctionality in this relationship, and the sooner he gets out, the better, and the sooner that Labor can afford to sack him, the better, and they will, the minute they do not need to fear that a by-election in this seat.
Sack him to the backbench, do you mean, or send him to NATO?
Get rid of him. He is just a cancer in that government.
Well, that deal that he did, that health deal that he did, when you look back on it, really that health deal was in so many ways his undoing. His failure to get Western Australia into that package, after all those months of tramping around hospitals, really branded him as somebody who could not pull off complex deals.
I don't know if that had a resonance.
We'll go back to the whole COAC thing a little later in the program.
What was Rudd doing in that cabinet meeting? Wouldn't it have been easier for everybody, including himself, if he caught an earlier flight to Sydney?
Okay. We do need to move.